Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another edition of HRD 636, Planning Programs for Adult Learners. I hope things are going well for everybody. Please, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, gripes, let me know. I'm here to help. And if something isn't making sense to you, something is not clear, please reach out to me. I put that back on myself because it means that I haven't been clear enough with some of my instructions, so once again, I welcome any kind of comments that you may have, and I'm here to help. So we're still in Module 5. Module 5, as you know, encompasses 2 weeks, which is week number 7, which is last week, and week number 8, which is this week. So I'll quickly. I won't rehash the same materials for last week, but what I would like to do is touch upon a couple of things. Right now, I am recording the video for week number 8. That will go right in here. So when you get this video, it will be located there. The reading, resources, all of these are the same. I do want to say the discussion 4. Participation is optional. Feel free to participate if you want, but everybody will get full credit. I think that's easier when I make these discussion posts optional. I really wanted everybody to have the time to work on the assignment, which is assignment, let me get right to that, assignment number 3. So, excuse my speaking. I've had a really bad sinus infection for the last week, and hopefully I'm on the good side of that. But I know I'm still congested, so I do apologize for my speaking. But I'm doing the best I can. Okay. So what we have with assignment number 3, first of all, the instructions are right here. And I'll just walk you through those. I know some people have already worked on this assignment. It is not due until March 10th, which is next Sunday. So you have plenty of time to, if you want, you can always shoot me an idea or shoot me what you have. I'd be happy to take a look at that. Just give me a little time to review what you've done, or you can call me, we can set up a Zoom, whatever it might be. So use the template, the Ed.D model, submit a 3 to 5 page paper that describes the program design. Include which type of informational document should be provided to the learners, such as, what do you want them to get or have? The syllabus, the agenda, or the program. Identify the instructional or learning goals. This to me is a big part of the assignment, and I refer you to the chapter on designing instructions. If you're looking for a good template that kind of drills down into kind of the lesson planning, putting it into the actual steps that you would be following, I think there's a good exhibit on page 242 of our text. And this gets into kind of the instructional or the learning goals, the objectives. The instructional goals, the learning goals are different from the program goals and the objectives. So this is all spelled out in the book. The learning activities, and that could be all the way from the use of a lecture, a case study, storytelling, games, practice, role-playing, whatever it might be. Now, take a look at really, I think, to review Bloom's work, and take a look at the action verbs. So what specifically are you trying to instill, trying to get the students to do as the result of what you're asking or the activity? And then a big part of this is, how are you going to measure that? And it could be all the way from a pre-test to a post-test, but in a lot of programs, you're not going to be able to do that. So some of it could be you're going to use an evaluation. So the rubrics, 5 points. It's what I do suggest is to use each one of these 5 points, describe the instructional strategies, use that as the paragraph heading for your paper. And, as I say, briefly explain the instructional strategies that will be used to present content and the rationale for selecting these strategies. Discuss the sequencing schemes. So how you do that really is, when I lead workshops or I'm developing programs, it's usually a process that, for better or worse, I'm in the lead for a group of people. And I think some of that is I've been doing this for a long time and people defer to me, which I try to get as many people as involved as possible. I just had, in the last week, I put together a program, and I had 2 comments out of 8 saying, hey, have you thought about changing things around? You want this to be a very open-ended, free-form workshop where we have a lot of chance to discuss ideas, but you put that towards the end of the agenda. What about if we moved it to the front? That, to me, made me think, well, first of all, when I put out something like that, a draft to other people that I might be working with, it is just a draft. I'm looking for feedback, just like what they provided. There's a couple reasons for that, or there's many reasons for that, and at the root of it is I want the participants to kind of feel good about the program, how it's flowing, and I want each one of the individual components to build on each other. But from a planning standpoint, I am hoping that the planning committee will chime in, because then they have some ownership. There's still people that will just say, it looks great, let's go with it. But I really like the ownership aspect of it. And at the end, please make sure that you do the best job possible with your APA formatting. This, I've said it numerous times, this is not the #1 criteria for these assignments. These assignments are to build every 2 weeks. We're building really the components for the final assignment, which is a proposal, a program proposal, which are really the sum of all of your components. Now, there's been some questions about, I already have a program in place that I've been working on for various, for months here. What I want to say is just make sure the materials that you're working on for this course are original. Nothing wrong with adding on to an existing program that you have in place. That makes a lot of sense. You're already working on it. But just make sure that the components, you're following the information that's laid out in each one of the assignments. I would once again use the criteria that's spelled out here in the rubrics. Use those as the chapter, not that chapter, but the subject heading. And make sure that you've met those. And, it's a pretty straightforward approach here. If you describe the instructional strategy, you're going to get 1 point. The rationale, you'll get another point. Sequencing scheme and providing the rationale for that. And like I said in my example of what came up with the program I'm developing right now beyond USM, we changed around the sequence. So the same thing. Just follow the rubrics and you'll be fine. In the meantime, if you have any questions, please let me know. I'm here to help. And just one final thought. I'll have something coming out next weekend. Next week, starting on Monday, March 11th, we have spring break. Nothing is expected at that point, although the assignment is due on the 10th. You can submit the assignment well before then. If you're planning on going to Florida, you're going to be at Disney World next week. That is fine with me. There's nothing required. That being said, I probably will make the next module materials available during that week, because I realize not everybody is off and not everybody is going away. Maybe you want to get ahead a little bit on the material. So formally, nothing is due, but I'll have information coming up on that next Saturday. Okay, everybody, little long-winded on me. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm here to help, and I hope you have a fabulous week. Bye.